This right here is a 2001 Honda CR-V, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I ended up purchasing this car for $500 and selling it for double the price. This is a 2001 Honda CR-V that I picked up from Copart as a theft recovery. It was listed as a vandalism car, and I ended up winning it for $500. After fees, I'm all in at $828. It's one of those cars that most people wouldn't even bother with, but for under $1,000 bucks, why not give it a try? Now, when you look at it, it makes sense why it went that cheap. The interior is beat up, the middle vent plastics are completely ripped out, and the ignition is destroyed. It's completely busted. And honestly, the whole car is just in need of a serious deep clean. So in this video, I'm gonna go through everything, fix what needs to be fixing, and see if this theft recovery can be brought back to something you'd actually want to drive. What we like to see. Not a single dash light. Look at this beauty. Yeah, it looks like the only few things we will need, well, so far off the bat what I'm seeing, these two, this ignition is completely busted. I don't even know what's going on here. We'll have to dig through there. It looks like there's a lot of stuff that's gonna need to be played with. And then, like always, get it cleaned up. But the nice thing about this CR-V, what I'm very happy about, is the fact that it's an all-wheel drive. It does have a bit of a high mileage, which is 195,000. But come on, for 800 bucks, well, okay, $828, you can't go wrong. Here in a few days, I'm gonna analyze to see exactly what everything needs to be fixed on this car. We'll make a list, we'll go down the list, get it fixed, and hopefully we can get this thing sold soon. The first thing that I needed to address was the battery. The car was completely dead, so I had two options. Try to recharge it with no guarantee that it would hold, or just replace it. And I'm about to take it to Walmart. I decided to go with a brand new battery. The last thing that I wanted was for the car not to start when a potential buyer came to test drive it. The next item on the list was the beat up ignition cylinder. Oh boy. I ended up purchasing a used one off of eBay that turned out to be the exact fit. As you can see, this is the old key cylinder. It was pretty beat up. I ended up purchasing a used one off of eBay, and it's identical, exactly the same, just from a different year of a car. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna place it back to where it's supposed to be, and hopefully we can get this car started here soon. Get this filth cleaned up so we can post it up for sale. After getting it replaced, it was time for the first start. Like I mentioned earlier, the car was filthy inside and out. Normally when I flip a car, I take it to a professional detailer who makes it look brand new. But since I bought this car so cheap, I didn't see a reason to spend an extra $300 to $400, especially if it wouldn't increase the value enough to justify it. Here are some before shots of what the car looked like. As you can see, it definitely needed some love. Although I did not take the car to a detailer, I did hire an employee to help me clean up the car. Although the seats did not look dirty, look at how much filth was coming out of these seats after spraying it down and using a drill brush to dig deep into the cloth fibers. This was a good reminder that even though the seats might not look dirty, using a spot cleaner will make a huge difference. Honestly, the oil did not look terrible, but I did still go ahead and replace it. The car took 4 quarts of the 5W30 oil. Although I had the ignition cylinder fixed, I ran into sort of a major problem that got me really confused. So the one issue besides adding this ventilation system right here is the turn signal. See, once I push this, none of the turn signals work. I'm not exactly sure why, but I did notice that part of this dashboard, some of the lights seem like they're not working. Not sure exactly why, but yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and figure this out. And my friend here, he's gonna be the one working on it, and hopefully he'll be able to find the exact reasoning behind why the turn signals are not working. Eventually, my friend and I figured it out. And this is something that I slightly knew, but I forgot about it. But basically what happens is when you don't have the emergency brake light connected, what happens is there's a complete circulation of electricity doesn't go through the whole car, and so something will not work. And in this case, the turn signals weren't working. And so when he went ahead and plugged in the emergency lights, well, the turn signals started working. So I will go ahead and take this and install it into here, and that's going to be the last item that we need done for this car, and we'll go ahead and post it up for sale. Beautiful, beautiful. With the turn signals fixed and the car cleaned, it was time to get the car listed. Since the car had less than 200,000 miles and it was an all-wheel drive, I knew that I could get a little more for it. A few weeks after posting it for sale, I had a buyer come out and purchase it for $3,000. Here is the breakdown of what the car ended up costing me. This brought my profit to $1,565.87. That is a 109% profit. I'd say that's not bad for a car that probably would have went to a junkyard if I didn't end up purchasing it.